Good evening, it's me, DjDoubleT, hopefully existing with no audio issues. But if not, oops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what it is, and if it's figured out, it is. Not, it is not. Thank you for stopping by the usual self-care stream that we have every Tuesday, unless something in life says self-care of other features is more important, such as sleep. But today, I think what we have scheduled is a little bit of a shift of what we usually do, because I think by the end of this one, I'm going to be finishing this book of Stop Overthinking. Well, technically it's done, but I think I have a summary guide to go through, and I think I'm treating it like it as an epilogue. And then I also have my therapy journal to finish up today. And I think with whatever spare time I have left, I will just make drawings and work on music stuff, because music. Yee. Alright, answering all the stuff. You know, today has been a lot of random things I've built. Oh, hi Kavu. You know, at this point I feel like this is my name now. My name's DJ. It's not, but it is. Journal first, because I feel like I'll forget. What is my name? Have we never discussed this? Has it never slipped out? Because some of my friends that have joined Loftia, or that server, have heard my name before. I mean, also the fact that like some of the others follow me on Instagram. Yeah, maybe Chaos might have said it. But also, Lumi knows. I think Watermelon also knows. Because they both follow me on Insta. So, there's my actual name. Well, I mean, the fact that you were able to guess it says something. Is that the password I use for this? Yeah. Oh, it's bright. Light. Oh, I should probably turn in these drafts. That's right. Send? Yes, because they gave me so many drafts. Because therapy gives you homework. Wait, why would you have it totally messed up like Rumpelstiltskin? I'm confusion? Oh yeah, that's right. What was Rumpelstiltskin's lore again? Oh. Hi, JJ. No, please. No. No compliments. I will faceplant. Well, I won't faceplant literally. Although I am imagining figuratively that I would faceplant. Everything's so bright though. I wish like there's a dark mode for my therapy stuff. I'll pretend I can't read. I mean, there wasn't always all this floor. There used to be a couch. But how is everybody? Oh, I should probably ask Kabu. Do I have like a sound of a static robot? Like a delay-ish? Because that happened to me last stream and I didn't notice it happening for multiple episodes because I think maybe one of my cords dying from my audio stuff. Hey, I've been like letting myself grow a little unkempt. I just haven't thought about shaving. I've also been like growing out my hair because I've been trying to save money to like not get a haircut because I don't really need one, and I guess I want to see what happens if my hair gets too long, where I'll hate it. Because actually, funny story. One thing that happened today while at work, uh, I think the lady was of Hispanic origin, and she came up to me. Actually, she came up to me. She was gonna buy some stuff, but then she was like, "Your hair, it's, well, no. Her friend was like, she thinks your hair is like beautiful." And then like she's like, are you Oriental? I'm like, what? Why would you ask me? Why did you ask me? Are you Asian? It was just it was so random. It was so random. It was like, are you Oriental? She's like, your hair is so pretty. Like, your roots are healthy. Like it's, and it's like, take care of your hair. It's pretty. Maybe infamous. Maybe so. My hair probably needs more shampoo. Yeah, but I also think that my hair itself has gotten less thick in a sense. Like I've noticed it, it's not like as strong as it used to be. It's more brittle, and that's my own fault for dyeing it way too hard. Well, actually more of bleaching it to oblivion to get that right color so you can go for the lightest thing. Because with my hair, it's impossible to get the color of gray. Like I wanted to cosplay as Kakashi one time, and my hair was dead. Like I could feel like the proteins of it entangling with others, and it became like so brittle that you could just like break it. It's funny. My family would comment about how my hair has changed. They were like, "It used to be straight, now it's wavy." Probably has to deal with my sexuality. True. I think I've had like the spotting of two gray hairs. Like one time when I was like in my early teens, and one other time randomly. And like the story was just to pull it out for like no apparent reason. I do wonder what my gray hair would be like in the future. Would it be just salt and peppery? Or would it just be full on gray? Because like some gray hair is really cool. Oh, I think it's JJ for following. And the question is, how well can I multitask? Because I remember like at work today, I was talking to my coworkers about like how we multitask and whatnot, and it's sometimes good and sometimes not. And hello, watermelon. Glad that you could make it. This might sound funny, but I just ate and I'm still hungry. Like it's weird. I was like full for like a split second, and then now I'm like, I want more food. Hmm. Or maybe I'll be like my grandma, you know, where her hair like got just light enough where she could just add a tint of purple. And I mean, would you guys ever dye your hair? Or would you ever do bleaching? Or would you wear a wig instead? Nope. 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 Always the same. It's all good. I'm technically a Twitch noob too, because I don't exactly do the thing that I'm supposed to do. But it's always interesting watching everybody's colors change. Like, Kavu usually shows up as like a green hue. Other people, I don't know, Watermelon, your color is the most, like, how do I say it? It is the most unique one I've seen so far. Like, the one I haven't seen yet, where it's like Gatorade lime green. Like, it's not the Gatorade yellow, but more, well, actually, it's the Gatorade yellow, but just a wee bit more green. I've seen the color of JJ's, which is like a not a purple, but like a pink hue. It shows up differently for me, and it shows up like on stream differently for you guys as well, a little bit. Yeah, I think that's also why I went back to my natural hair color for a bit. Because, like, one of my coworkers actually, like, checked me out on, like, Instagram because they needed to talk to me about something, and we just didn't have time for numbers. And it would have been awkward for me just to give my coworker my number in front of people. Technically, my hair is dark brown. It looks black, but if you draw it under a microscope, it's very much brown. But that's only if you look at a microscope, right? Sure, we'll give it a 1. Not too much worrying lately. Worrying too much about different things. And it's funny because, like, if you bleach your hair when you're like, you have really like dark brown like category, it'll become brown, then it'll become more of like an orange, and then it'll become more of a yellow, and then blonde, and then platinum blonde. Okay, anxiety self-test. The only reason why I'm easily annoyed or irritable is the people I have to deal with at work. That's it nowadays. Because they're testing my patience. Somewhat difficult. Sure, that's... It's funny. They give me the option always of not difficult at all. Like, if there are any of these problems, like, how much issue do they actually give you, right? Not difficult at all. Somewhat difficult. Very difficult. Extremely difficult. And I always give it somewhat difficult because they always give me like a little bit of a challenge. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to submit these all at once. Okay. Nice. That was my old test. I think that was an old test. When I first started therapy, when we did like the self-test stuff, right? When it came to like how my, I guess, health was when it came to like depression and stuff, it started at severe, then became moderate, then it crashed, then it spiked a little, went down. It's going down. It's crazy. It's nice to see progress. I just wonder when's the next time I might be staggering, you know? Because will I ever get to 0? Or will I just, you know, be in like the steady horizons? Like I'm bouncing a ball. Today's date is not March. It's not March. It's August. 22nd. That is true. Getting somewhere is better than getting nowhere. Yeah. Well, one, that those are good words from Kabu, but I do understand watermelon. Like, it's like it's like the human conception that will always plague humans is that there will always be some degree of stress that bothers us, or some random worry or like impulsive thought that comes in. It's like everything's good. When is everything going wrong? And I think I'm trying my best to not think like that as much, because what happens will happen, and really it's by the end of that point, it's what can we do when it does happen, because you never know what will happen. Well, you might to some degree, but not to the full degree of I worry about every little thing, therefore I can I can plan each outcome for any potential outcome. What am I doing? Well, what am I typing? Ah, yes. Yeah, that is true. What I wish was it like the good times always feel short because they fly by so quickly. The bad times, they last so long because we always want to be out of it, but it continues. And I think that's kind of why we perceive a lot of the negative things for a while. The people want to fight me. No, they don't want to fight me. They want to fight me. Hmm. Oh, what I wanted to mention was, I think this is the first week ever that I'll be working like 6 days in a row. Because I usually have a set schedule of like, I say Thursdays and Fridays, they're off limits. Those are my designated days off. And if anybody does anything otherwise, I will complain about it. And that's because I, I'm very used to like the school system, of just like 5 days, go do things, do work, and then the weekend. That is your time to do whatever you need to do. Because I don't like it when they sprinkle like days off and then like, oh yeah, here's a random day off, and then now you have a bunch of days in a row. Like, I don't want them to have that control over me. As much as that might affect my hours, it might not. But this time I voluntarily did it because, hours. But I'm also thinking, if I want money for anime stuff at anime convention later, uh, maybe I should pick up an extra shift Friday. I'll still have the time for myself, but I'll still have to show up to work and then, do a stream, because there are things I want to play. But so I'm just weighing my options at this point for later on, because next week I'll be getting the hours I want and more, but some of it is a little sporadic. One night I come home at night. Well, I get off at 9 p.m. I'll probably take a bus. No, I'll have to call a ride home, actually, because that's past bus time. And then I have to get up by 7 a.m., catch the bus to go to work the next day. It's not fun when, like, work schedules you less than, like, 12 hours for the next day. Oh, no, please. If I hear stories about people saying, I had 10 days in a row. No, thank you. I'm good. How many days? How many days is it? Oh, it's day 5 out of 6. It's also out of my availability, but I'm not gonna complain about it because I feel like they'll just cut my hours even more, or this one person might be um not the best towards me. And today I also got like some bad and good news, I guess. Like the place that I was trying to apply for to work for, I mean, yesterday I found out that they're most likely not going to be able to try to hire me because they're already full, and apparently they also always hire. According to today, they actually finally called me back today and had asked me about well, I won't call them back because I missed them, but I called them back and they said, oh yeah, sorry, we're kind of full, but we're always hiring, so we'll keep your application first, and we'll, like, contact you first and whatnot, which probably won't happen, but, at least they're looking at it, and that's all that matters. And then, when I have free time, not tomorrow, because I still have work, I'll call them, to see if they've seen my application. And I guess the only real good news is I can finally get my allergy shots. I just need to set an appointment. But the appointment system is a little wonky. So I'm wondering how I'm going to set it up because I can't set it up in a way. Because their online site, the only way to do that is to schedule it with the doctor itself. But in order to schedule with the doctor, there's no like openings until next month. So I'm just trying to see if I can just schedule a quick thing. So like, hey, because like it's just a shot, and then I could just sit down for the 30 minutes then leave. And I have to do it twice a week for 6 weeks, and so I just need to figure out what works for my system. See, I really thought they meant you had to do allergy shots twice a week for like the whole 5 years, but then I asked them again, and no one told me it was going to be well, until a lady told me 6 weeks of twice a week, then 6 months of every week. Not 6 months every week. 6 weeks of once a week, and then once every month. No one told me that. Then like the cost would be way like less on me, because then I won't have to like for 1 month I'll be spending, if each shot is about $8, $64, and then month 2 will be 48. Then month 3 will go down to 32, and then month 4 and onwards it's just once. They didn't tell me or give me an option for rapid, so I'll do what I can. Or I'll get not give what I take. Words. Something. But I hope that I can probably schedule it on some days that might work easier for me, because I want to sleep in. And I know that I'll probably schedule one on my days off, one on my day off, but I'm wondering if I should schedule it for both my days off, and like, because it's just Friday and Thursday, but back-to-back shots, or do I do it one day on a day off, and then do it like on one of my work days? But because my work schedule can be kind of sporadic. Oh. Interesting. That doesn't sound fun. But then again, I'm not afraid of needles personally. I'm just like, oh, there's a needle. Okay. Moving on. Cause like some days I'm like, I don't want to look at it. Other days I'm just like, oh, okay. There it is. Watermelon, you and Chaos both. Why did I write work streak? See, I was typing in my journal and I wrote in work streak when I was trying to say work week. I mean, some needles are a lot thicker than others. Some are really small. Oh. Huh. Welcome, Pumo, you finally made it. Why is your bike broken? And also, Cobb, I don't know what it's like for someone to play nibble on my arm. I'm usually the one nibbling, I guess, when I was a child. And then, hello, Cryptician. How's it going? And a trip to where? Oh. Ooh. How about buy a wagon? Or like buy the kitty back, like, you know, the kitty tent for the back, attach it to one of your friend's bikes and just have them bike you around. Or, you know, go like bike drawn carriage or something. Go on an adventure, you know? Why do the work when you can have other people do it? As long as they're willing. Or, you know, you guys can always take turns. That always works. Oh. So is everybody gonna be bikeless at some point? Because someone's hitting all the tires? Maybe it's somebody in the group who's just trying to sabotage everybody. Like, oh no, my tire, it's broken. I guess we can't go now because they didn't want to go. It's probably the jealous third party. Whoever the third party is, it might be anybody. I don't know why, but hearing our table, it's broken. Just like activated a memory of when I moved out of a house one time, and because we couldn't just get rid of all the furniture or it just wouldn't fit, we decided to hack it down. Like, it was just like this old janky couch, and then they were like, okay, we're gonna axe this down. So my roommate at the time was like axing it, and then I was like, can I do it? And I put full on like axing it down. It was so much fun, because I think I broke into like evil anime character moment and just went hacking it, and it broke through pretty easily. Kavu, former emperor of Loftia, has now been changed to Kavu, the bike. I'm not witty enough. I don't know. Kavu the bike saboteur. I'm imagining the bike and Kavu as like an animation, but the bike has like, you know, like the paperclip, like googly eyes icon, and they're the ones like, and then you have like the wheels, like, but mixture with like the animation style of, I guess, Cuphead, for the bike. And there's Kavu versus Kavu, just fighting a bike. Clippy, there we go. Well, I am. I don't think I don't think Puma would be, because Clippy did exist when I was around. Kids don't fight, even though one of you is a kid, the other one is not. One of my coworkers who's like an older woman, I think she was calling one of my coworkers a kid because she was trying to find the right word, but she just said, "That is that kid coming in?" And I was like, "Kid?" And then we just joked about like, well, she could be old enough to be the mother. I was like, all right. I think Kabu's saying he can fix it, but really he's just gonna make it into like a that's not the right word. I'm trying to find not a moped. What are those two-wheeled things that people use like in malls? Why can't I remember this? I mean, I have 3 out of 4 steps done for affiliate. The only thing I need to do for affiliate left is to have an average of 3 viewers over time, basically. Which is like watching it long enough that like I have a good average of 3. I mean, I bet Puma would like it. Puma would just be flying on a bike, you know? Do you want it magic based or do you actually want it science based? And also, thank you, Puma. I can look it up right now. Doing this journal is not gonna go by fast. I can feel it, but it's okay. Let's press this button. That one. Let's look that one up. What are my averages? Let's duplicate that. Analytics. Overview. Um, it's gone down a lot actually. Apparently, I've streamed for over well, from last month to this month, 24 hours and 13 minutes, and my average viewers has gone down to 0.7. So not even one. Yeah. I feel like the quickest way and easiest way to affiliate is really just like have a friend promote you. But I don't know, I kind of like the fact that I get to interact with people on a more, not I wouldn't use the word intimate, but more of a, like a closer level, and then like properly like having the right like footing to continuously grow over time, and that's how it will be. Because you could just get me to affiliate, right? But then what's the point after if no one's really around? You don't have to feed me anything. And every time I see Prime, I think of Amazon Prime or Prime Rib. That's probably just me and food again. Thank you guys. I kind of had a plan to tell you guys stories about random events about things as I wanted to. I guess like a set storytelling, but I didn't have anything that came to mind, and so now it's just whatever is activated in the synapses of my memory core. Because I realized I'm a lot more tired than I thought I'd be. When I tell you I was a little roughed up at work, I was a little roughed up. Cause this morning, it was me and one other person. Usually it's supposed to be about like 3 of us in total, like 2 to open for the morning. And then I came in later down the day. We found out that one of them called out, and then things were weird. And then it became like 2 to 3 people for like the busiest part of the shift day. And then when one of them had to go on a break, there's just a one long line, and then there was just it was a hot mess. Alright, Kavu. Well, you should rest. But if you end up not resting, you can't blame me. Well, is this like a daily occurrence where like you try to type something very simple, like a simple 4-letter word, and it just goes wrong? Excuse me, because I mean, I think I remember yesterday you tried to type song, and that just ended up as snog. Don't you mean Timmy? Timmit? You know, when I hear Gabon, I think of like some random element, but it's probably not even an element. Because you were so bad at typing. Dot dot dot. Hmm. Wait, is this what actually happened right now? Or is this just like more messing up? And hopefully the answer's not just yes. Because that doesn't answer it. Oh, okay. I thought you were like just oh. Puma, no. What if you type Gaston? You know, like no one fights like Gaston, no one something Gaston. I don't remember the rest of the Gaston part, but oh my. Oh. Gaston, Gustavo, Guacamole, Gus, Geraldo, Jerry, with the G, Jim with a Y, Jim with an I. You were a lot of things, but you weren't Magan. What even call it into? Oh, interesting. Oh, hi kitten. I would say it's been a long time since I've seen you, but I would say that's only for stream. It'd be tired? Tired. Wheel. But other than that, mostly good. I get to exist here, and, you know, and talk with you guys. And also do like work. So that's always nice. How it bees on your side? Hmm. Wait, JJ, are you actually gonna properly sleep for a while? Or are you going to not wheel, not referee, not uh, but I mean, because I mean, when we first heard you and met, you didn't actually sleep. Ooh, that's nice. I feel like Loftians will like join up for a good cost, not good cost, For a good cause. Because I don't remember who did it, but someone was talking about supporting, and they were able to do that. JJ, I might fully sleep at some point. Although I kind of want to stay up uh, a little bit for tonight. Because, you know, I have this, but I'll use some time to probably like play something. Who knows what? Maybe it isn't too late and not too early for some. We can crack out some Jackbox later tonight. But who knows? That is for later me to figure out. Find out after the break. Ah, yes, I can't spell grandma properly. I typed in grandman. Grandman. Grandman! How you doing? I mean, JJ, there are a lot of fellow friends who will definitely, like, jump in and, like, not plead, but they try their best to keep us on a good sleep schedule. Do I follow it? Sometimes. Ooh. Well, that sounds really cool, Logan. And then Puma, that actually sounds fun. I guess hearing about like alien invasions. You know, that is true. Become poison ivy? No, 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 no. They're not that lethal. Ah, yes. To be young again. To go back to school. No, Puma. Poison Ivy is, a Batman villain. She is an eco-terrorist. Who basically, like, is just trying to, like, destroy everything just to, you know. Watermelon, you don't have to be that strong to smother somebody with a pillow. All you have to do is apply weight. Oh, hi, One Gun Grave. It's been a while since I've last seen you. How has it been? Like, I think it's been a month and a half? Ah, of course. Yeah, that game is called Viewfinder. A game where, you know, you kind of walk around, you take photos, you solve puzzles, and you kind of get emotional about the virtual reality cat. And just the storyline, it's just so simple and peaceful. I'm not ready to finish that series, but I'm gonna finish it, most likely this Friday. And if I don't, it's gonna be a two-parter, and it'll be the end. I'm just not ready. I don't know what Armored Core is. And yeah, Watermelon, Viewfinder has been out. It's been out for a month now, I would say. If you ever wanted to see a little bit of the game, I believe it is, well, yeah, you can buy it. It's not on sale anymore, I think. But you can always check out the VODs on YouTube, so you can like go through it, or you can actually experience the game for yourself, or play it while watching the video if you'd like. Promotion, you know, it's like side by side panel, and like you could just pause it if you want to get spoiled about like how to figure out the puzzle, because I will figure out the puzzles in the end. No, not Phasmophobia. I haven't played it, but I feel like if I could jump into a video game and fight things, I would fight things that were coming at me while getting possessed. Oh, okay. That may not sound like my type of game, but that does sound kind of fun though. Now, what is stillness? Well, I mean, One Gun Grave, I usually do have, like, a book in my hand, right? But first things first nowadays is tackling the therapy journal, because I haven't been able to afford therapy for this month or that much because, you know, well, actually, you might not know, but finances have been a little, like, tighten up, so I think in order to save I have to cut down therapy to once a month. And so I've been trying to make sure I still have the journal every now and then that I write into to like process my own thoughts, and then work on the things that I can try to work on. And then whenever I can finally meet my therapist again, we'll talk about things and see how progress is going, and then work from there. And I mean, today has been it's been a lovely evening of just chatting with everybody. And that has me distracted because I remember as I was like in high school or like middle school, I would go to like a friend's house to study. And all I would end up doing is talking and talking and talking while they're doing work, or I'm like tutoring them. Huh. I'll look into that. I'll just look into it right now, but I won't play the audio. That is true. Oh. Is it called Deathly? It's not Deathly Stillness, is it? No, that doesn't look right. There's a game called Stillness of the Wind, but I don't think it is. Puma, when are you not crying about estate cars? Alright, you can DM me a link later on and I can see about it. But there's been like a lot of games on my wish list recently. I've been like actually actively looking at games. And I think there's one wholesome game that I would like to try that's like short and story, called Venba, which is about like, it's a story-based game, but with also like, I think, Indian cuisine. And like, you know me, food is always good. But one day, once I like have time for it, I'll like invest myself into that. Because I think right now my focus is maybe Thursday, maybe Friday I'll do like a double stream. One for more viewfinder, but also for the game that I got recently called, what was it? I keep forgetting its name. It's there, but it's not. It is the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I'm gonna play a witch who was banished 1,000 years ago or it's supposed to be banished for 1,000 years, and I want revenge on my coven, and like I get to build and make my own tarot cards, like tarot cards, or they have like a set deck, but you get to design them, and I'm like, creativity, let's go. And I think there's like a huge, oh, and also Before Your Eyes, a game where like it uses your webcam, and like every time you blink, you time skip in the game, and there's like no going back. And then there's also the weird one I got. Hard to Make a Romantic Cartoon. It's a game where you're shoved into, you become like the side character in the romance, and then you're trying not to be one, I guess. Now, where do I shove this one in? This one goes in. No, we're gonna shove you over here to put you in, to sort you out in a second. Or not. Oh, I have to hold it there. Oh, that's what makes it way easier. Multiplayer? Oh yeah. So yeah, I did find it. It was Still in the Wind. I think there was DLC for it that I saw when I was looking at the shop kitten, by the way. See, there's just too many games now. There's gonna be like a large backlog of game. And yes, I think the endeavor is Puma is trying to get me to affiliate, but it's slowly spreading to a lot of people. I want to say I've been trying for a year or two, a year and a half, maybe. And I don't know, it's been kind of just like nice starting small. Maybe I'll think about it one gun. I mean, I kind of already budget well enough as it is. Like, there are so many good dishes that can last you for a while. Or like, there are certain things that, you can buy that are simple and not too expensive, and you can just like live off of that fact. Like, eggs. Eggs are relatively cheap, but you can also make so many different dishes out of it. Whether it is like just breakfast foods, or you can add them to ramen, or you can make like a sauce more creamier. Also spaghetti. It's always easy to eat cheap, but it's not easy to eat healthy. Because healthy requires buying produce, and produce can be expensive depending where you're at. When I cook I don't cook in batches, I cook for an army. Like, I'll make one giant pot that'll last me for the week, or at least however long I want to take to eat it. I can't seem to cook in like, oh yeah, this is just for one meal, because I think of it as, that's just too much work for one meal. Why don't we prepare all the ingredients now? Then you can have it over time. It's like having just the right amount of portion for me seems like that's more of a restaurant thing. Button, my eyes. Fish is too expensive. Like, I'll buy seafood and stuff like that when it's like on sale. And I think that's also how I shop. It's like, is this on sale? Do I do this or not? What's up, Puma? What are we waiting for? What am I waiting for? I do. Actually, I do. It's like 2 to 3 blocks away. Why? Well, yeah, I know you do that. Well, I definitely do know you do that one, gun. I remember us talking about how you would just go fishing or you like catch crabs, and I'm like, I'm jealous. Free food that's catchable. There are okay, so like where I live, there's tons of different grocery stores. We have like the higher end one, which is like Nugget Markets. I worked there once, and that's for another story, I guess. There is grocery outlet. There's Safeway. There's like Dollar Tree. There's something else. There's like a lot of different names in different places. We have lots of options. Hmm. Oh yeah, that was what I was doing. That's why I had Steam open, which is like look about what if there was DLC for Stillness. Oh, there's a deluxe edition. Is the deluxe edition just the one adding like what's the word? Oh, it's just the music. Oh. Hey kitten. For some reason, apparently the recent reviews are mostly negative. Oh jeez. Why are they negative? Oh. The game that Kitten was recommending, like Stillness, apparently like the most recent ones were like, sorry to say it's boring and repetitive, TDM translated into a video game. But like, okay, so if we look at the overall, it's mostly positive. Well, all reviews, it's mostly positive. But the most recent ones have been negative. I'll still add it to my wishlist though. Because I get to pet animals. They said I could. Whew. Over. Mm. I mean, there's nothing wrong with story. I think when story is done well enough, that's totally fine. For me, I would like more of a mixture of things. Like, Dream Daddy itself is a dating sim, but it's like a story-based thing. But also, there's dad jokes and like small mini games. And what other games have I played that are like story-based? But I guess what I'm trying to say is like I like an exploration of a genre. Like, sure, there are just games that are in mainly one category, but it's like, if you end up playing so many games, you want something that is a little different. But I will look at this at one point, and hopefully when I have the ability to, I'll try it. To get a Sorry if I get a little quiet. I am just trying to finish this journal because I want to read a little bit if I can. Hitting the save button. And how do I feel? Is there like a tired button? See, I wish there were more options with like the therapy journal. Like, these emotions don't cover like a full range of things. There's happy, there's grateful, there's sad, there's anxious, excited, hopeful, angry, disgusted, empowered, calm, guilty, helpless, relieved, neutral, surprised, confused, optimistic, insecure, stressed, frustrated, joyful, proud, scared, and disappointed. But there isn't one that says tired. I guess I'll go with neutral. A kinder world? Are we talking about, Wait, I might know this. Do I have it? Oh, nope. Oh. Kinder eggs. A kinder world. Let me look at it. Never mind, I have not heard of it. I had thought I did, but I was wrong. Because I know of a Steam game that I think is either free or super cheap called Kind Words. And it's like a game where you get to like peacefully sit with lo-fi. And then also you kind of just like write out into the ether. And then some people answer like your letter and comment. Or you just read random things where they give you like little positive notes. Oh, it's an app. Okay. I thought it was something else. Oh wait, I have it actually. You can I do have it. I talked about it once in Lavdia, but I do have a kinder world. Have I touched it again? In a bit? No. But it is cute. I don't use it as much as I need to, I think. Just because I have like I think like once a week is good for me. Like having this here is like nice to just like 'cause I don't listen to lo-fi just like on the regular. I think it's more of like I just if I need to do something, I'll have it. But it's fun to grow my plants and then add like sand into my mood jars. Alright, closing journal. I am pulling on myself. Oh my man, my weird voice. Because these care. It's funny, my bookmarks are just giant Pokemon cards. Yeah, and you're like able there's more specific. Like once I finish like these two books, I think once this is done, I'm gonna move to one of the other books that because like one of my other goals for this year is to finish a book that okay, well the first part is it's done. But I also added one more because I said, let's add up another one because you know you need to read more. But I had bought a book back in sophomore year of college, and like now it's been like 4 years probably, or it has been 4 years, 5 years, right? In short, it's been a while, and I told myself I would finish this book at some point, and it took me 4 years because What If It's Us is an interesting book, a queer like love story, right? And it's broken into two parts of like what if and it's us. And I think after some life events where, you know, I became single again, that second part was actually like a little bit helpful and like how I felt and what I was going through a little bit. And just it was cute. Now there's a second book. It's called I don't remember what it's called, but there's a second book to the series. And then but the other book that I would like to tackle down, not tackle down, tack I mixed takedown with tackle down. And so but the next book I want to like go through is called Love, Hate, and Other Filters. I don't remember the full premise of the book, or even like part of the premise, but it seemed interesting. And then there's also the book that I bought called Life Sucks. It's funny, I like buying books, but getting to reading them is an adventure. Oh yeah, summary guide of this book. Chapter 1. You know, Watermelon, I really enjoy going to a local bookstore to where I go, and like that's where I get my books. Like I don't actually actively like buy books online. Like I know many people don't like doing it, but I actually like going to Barnes and Noble sometimes, or at least I used to. 'Cause I don't do it now because there's not one nearby. But I would just go there and just like look at books and read. But now like there's like this local bookstore that I can just wander around and think about. Oh, that seems interesting. But I also seem to gravitate more towards young adult books still. Like it used to be no books at all. I don't know Puma, but I don't know. Many people will differ. Huh. If I'm being honest, Watermelon, well, first, kid, that actually does sound like a cool book. When I read it, I'm really weirdly picky when it comes to books. Like, I have to look at the art cover, I have to look at the synopsis, and then I have to say, does it speak to me? Does it want to be read by me? And I don't mean like read as in like throwing shade at the book. I mean just like, do I actually want to read it? But like with the local bookstore, I think I buy more enamel pins than I actually buy books. Maybe one day I'll show like one of my like really cute enamel pins that I got. Like it's this whale with like a potted plant sprout going out of its head. It's so adorable. Hmm. I'm not sure what kind of books like just speak to me. Like at first it was like we like the books in other worlds and like adventure, and then now it's like what book actually is like me, but not me. I think one day I would love to go to like a bookstore or a book place that has secret rooms, or like I'll just visit any place that's really cool that you can go shopping or like adventuring on and just explore rooms. I'll pretend I can't read. This is a random question, but do any of you like if you were taught in English class or maybe like college classes like on like how to read, do you do the thing where you're supposed to like read the title, read like the first few paragraphs and read like the very end of the book, and then read the summary, and then like it'll help you like learn about the book itself? Because I was taught that in college, because that can actually help you understand the full story in the end, I guess, or a little bit better. It's been so long since I've like looked at it, so I wouldn't know exactly. Truth be told, my voice was not always this calm. I think at a certain point it just became this way. And I think I get teased every now and then, but my voice will crack. My voice used to be very high pitched, and I would talk very speedily. Culture? Culture. Yogurt. Culture and like environment. Oh, watermelon. Not watermelon. No, JJ, watermelon's calling you handsome. It's right there. There. No, 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 no. Misdirection. Look over there. I don't think any of you guys would understand it, but it's a Drag Race reference to Jada Essence Hall and like how she became like really popular for like diverting the politic conversation into like look over there, and then like Jeff Goldblum was like, where? Like legitimately, he fell for the oldest trick in the book of look over there, and I think it was niece, daughter, someone related to the other Goldblum, and like they were both fooled, and it was just the most wholesomest thing ever. I was just like falling for it and then falling it for a second time. Hey, I'm working on accepting compliments, except whenever I hear a compliment still, I think I kind of blush. I feel warm, not like giddy warm, but I just feel like ha. What happens to this page? Why are there speckles? Did I drop it on the floor somehow? I think Wilkin, it's like when it comes to like consuming content of, you know, more diverse cultures, it's like it's really like, sure, we're forced a lot of the time to, you know, look at specific content, and I feel like something that needs to be fostered for like people who are young is not to follow what is pushed in the norm, or maybe like taking them to places to explore, like other bookstores, or like not never shaming what they feel like they're interested in, and then going from there. Well, JJ, you're lucky Kabu's not here, because Kabu would make this worse, I think. I mean, Kabu is good at pushing buttons, whether it is the right way or the most chaotic way ever. No, 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 Kabu is sleeping, or maybe listening. I don't know if you would ever be interested, kid, but I feel like maybe you could do like a book review TikTok or something. Like, you know, start somewhere. Because I recently saw my friend, she's doing like reviews of boba places. So I was like, why don't you do that? That'd be a fun thing. Oh jeez. Uma. Oh. Makes sense. You could always do YouTube Reels. They're like the knockoff man. Or Instagram Reels. If those work. Ah, yes, I forgot. I took notes, but I forgot. The 4 A's of stress management. There is avoid, which is if you don't have to deal with it, go around it. Alter, which is like changing certain details about it. And if you can't do anything to avoid it or alter it, you just have to accept it and move on. Or you adapt. Like, oh, I like how it explains it like after I explain it. It's totally fine. I think what I've told people, like, who are my friends in real life, and I guess in general with my friends, if I can help you in any way, feel free to use me. As long as you treat our friendship properly, and like to the ends of the earth, or like in just in general, I will be a source for help. And I don't mind that. But I'm also learning how to like set healthier boundaries of like, you can't do everything for everyone. Oh, that sounds rad. I would like to see like what like the emo packs. I'm curious. Maybe JJ, maybe. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Hmm? What Puma? What am I guessing? Who did you find? What are you finding? Wait, more state cars? That you're gonna cry about? There we go. had it or we have it. But see, JJ, what would we play, you know? Hello, dude, too. Oh. For what reason did they take it away? I like how it always calls us out for the fact that they say, well, hello, kitten's friend. I forgot that chapter 3 was such a call out. Manage your time and inputs. One of our biggest sources of anxiety is poor time management. I'll take your word for it. Ah, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Thank you for following. See, no. If anybody ever interrupts my train of thought or I have like a deep in thought, that thing will always scare me. I'm sorry, JJ, but I don't think I'm playing Phasmo anytime soon. Because I'll be just the one whining the whole time. We could play Jackbox, but that also requires like a lot of people to join. And then I mean, It Takes Two is a fun game, but I also see it as a couples game. And like, I don't know, I want to play it with a significant other in the future. Ooh, I was looking at like games to play, like, because there's like this thing that was happening. No, I am not calling them a couple. Their friend, I see it as a couples game. I don't call it as a couple. Just for me, I want to play with a significant other, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Words. No. I've only known JJ for maybe like 2 weeks. And either way, we've interacted maybe like 3 times. But I was looking at games. There might be actually one that we could play in the future if it ever comes, well, if it ever comes out, but when it comes out, it is called looking Pizza Possum. No. No, we are not doing a Five Nights at Freddy's playthrough. Oh yeah, Boom. I know you told me to play Anne. I'll get to it when I can, when the game's dwindled down. Alright, I will find some time to play it, okay? I promise. But Pizza Possum apparently is like an arcade game, and it's like you're supposed to play by yourself or play with a friend, and you're supposed to like eat as much food without getting caught. And that just sounds fun, just eating food. There's also this other one that's like a really cute one called Kiwi, where you play as 2 kiwi birds just delivering mail. But there's other games that would be fun as well. I forgot which ones, but there's lots to look at, lots to think. Ooh, when Wizard Legend 2 comes out. Okay, I'm just thinking about too much. And I need to read. It's only like 2, 4, 6, 8, not 7 pages. 7 pages left. That too. I lately I've been watching videos about like, actually no, it's not just that because I've been watching videos, but it's also because of like last time I did my self-care stream, two people that came by, um I think it was Leo and Alberto. They were both like talking about like cuisines, and we ended up like on Thai food, and like now I want to have some Thai food at some point. See, I still need to learn how to drive, and I lack a car to practice driving, and also to take a driving test. So it's been a little rough in trying to like shove in as much time to drive because I used to be so afraid of it. Then like life events happened, and then I just said, frick it. I'm borrowing my friend's car because they let me borrow it when they picked me up from the airport, and we're driving. And I just threw myself on the freeway and just said, just drive. I dodged the possum. The possum's alive. Do you have a comfort cuisine? I know that you said any food's good, but like there's too much. There's so many good things, and there are so many cuisines I haven't tried enough of yet. Because I mean, there's like the ones that are commonly around, but I want to explore more. I mean, I mean, technically, how I started learning how to drive was more terrifying. Well, I had an instructor at first, but then it got really cringy because he wanted me to sing Let It Go to calm down, to like not grip the wheels so hard. And I was like, I don't know you. Sure, I like to sing, but I don't want to sing Frozen in front of you while driving. And then time passed, and my uncle taught me, but my uncle and I don't get along that much, and like I was just nervous around him, and at one point like he thought I was gonna hit a trash can like just driving through like the neighborhood, so he grabbed the wheel and like steered me off, and just like progressively I got more and more uncomfortable and tense, and like at certain points he's like, why don't you drive faster? Like I'm driving the speed limit and he wants me to drive faster, and I just felt very uncomfortable. And then we had to wash my grandma's car, and so he wanted me to drive into like a car wash. Then I accidentally put it into park while it apparently we were supposed to put it in park, we were supposed to put it in neutral, and I was pulling the car forward. And nothing happened or anything like that, but basically his reaction just made me cry behind the wheel, and like his girlfriend at the time was like, you should be nicer to him. Like legitimately, I was behind the wheel, just like bawling. And I just, yeah, that's the thing, right? Driving is, you should be somewhere comfortable. And so I became traumatized of driving for a bit. I think a year later we tried again, but I was with my estranged father, and my father smokes. I have asthma. The smoke kind of made me sleepy. So I was falling asleep behind the wheel, and like, I'm also not comfortable with my father either. And it was rough. And it just took a lot of waking up that I shouldn't be afraid of these things that are necessary, and like pretty much overcoming my life adventures and fears, you know? And maybe I will try playing a horror game. It's not my field, but you know, maybe I'll do it in the future. And now that I'm kind of like maturing and adulting, because I was very much afraid of doing that for the longest time, because how I grew up, I kind of felt like my childhood didn't exist. And that's another deep story for another another day, right? And yeah. it feels weird to be a little bit more mature and a little bit more like time is so precious and valuable in its own manner. And if you're not trying your best to live life, you're really just, well, how I see it now is you're not really living. And a lot of the books have been saying, well, these two books, one of them has been saying, I mean, if things suck already as it is, right? And if trying leads you back to the same spot, you might as well try it because you can end up somewhere better. Because you'll always gain something rather than lose. Or it's like a balance between time management. Time management, good. That's my note for the summary. Oh yeah. It's always interesting that like some people always believe like the main character of the story, like of things, but you're your own main character. You'll have your own NPCs, and then you'll also have your own circumstances. Yeah, because once you give up, that's where you end up stuck and not going anywhere. At least that's for me when my situations, like that's how I felt. Was it was so hard to like climb out. Find what works for you. That's what you should always do. I should probably also note, if I ever seem, well, if I'm ever streaming, never feel afraid to comment about anything. I will always find a second to like chat about it. Even if there's a swarm of every message, I'll find time. It's kind of funny where I feel like family and people have always given me advice about how to live life and what's the right answer and what to do. And a lot about myself and my character is, I mean, I get it, I'll take your advice, but I want to experience it myself so I know. Like, sure, there are certain ones like, oh yeah, definitely you don't need to actually experience it now. But I felt, for me, it's like, I like having the autonomy of my own life. Of, this is my life and I get to choose where I get to go with it. And also, like, when you're a child who has people trying to control every aspect of your life, you crave freedom when you grow older. Welcome back, kitten. I crave the freedom. Like the goats crave the mineral, and the children crave the mine. And like the advice comes from a good place, but it's like, it's always like, did you ask for it? You know. And also, how is that advice given? Because there's a way to give advice, but there's also like giving advice that's just really speaking your mind, which is like opinionated advice. Well, Puma, if you want to learn from others' mistakes, I can tell you about all the mistakes I've made so far. No. So JJ, what you're saying is, you could say, advice is the spice of life. You know, you take it like a grain of salt. You can add it to season your meal. Too much of it might not be good. Too little of it might make it bland. But it's also like, in the end, it is your life, and you can be there for the people you care for, but you can't truthfully control what they do in the end. That is their choice. Oh yeah, making SMART goals. Because you should make goals that are good and attainable, along with with values. Because you need to have good values that are fulfilling. Like if you have poor values, you can't do anything with it. Like if your value is just to make money to be rich, that isn't gonna fulfill you enough. But also making goals that are unattainable is also an issue. See, if I was a licensed therapist, that might be different. But professional help is also helpful. Gotta find the right therapist that vibes with you. And don't give up even if all the therapists suck. Is Dr. I was gonna ask, is Dr. K that one guy who streams on Twitch and does therapy for people, but I can't remember. Neither do I actually know his name. Okay, then I think I know which one you're talking about. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Because Kaden was talking about the goals of creating a nonprofit and what they wanted to do. And I wanted to say that I don't think I might have told you guys my goals in life, but I also don't usually talk about it. For the longest time, when people ask me what are you studying? What do you want to pursue in the future? I felt a little ashamed about explaining what I wanted to do when it came to family, but I also just didn't like talking about it because I was kind of taught that it wouldn't amount to much of anything. And a lot of it ties into what I've gone through and what I wanted. Well, I graduated with a degree in music. It's technically a degree in music history, and I wanted to mainly go to more of a school for music production, but I learned about classical music and how the notes work together, so that kind of helps me with what I want to do. And well, through my roughest times in life, music became an answer and an output, and how it affected me and it touched me in a sense. And what I want to do with my stuff is to be able to produce music and a bit of write my own story, but also to connect with other people and and kind of like to be there when no one else can, or like if I can't myself, because music is very powerful in like spreading an influence or message. But I'm taking baby steps. We start with lo-fi, we make the lo-fi album, then maybe next year, like once I get more confident with like my skills, we're going to create that album. It's gonna be done. In the theatine, I'm okay. I feel a lot better. I mean, I've just been chatting for a good almost 2 hours, and it's been nice. But how are you though? Will do. Oh, I remember how much I struggled, because like I had joined, and a lot of my professors were like older, and so when I said like I work in like music software or like I enjoy music production, my professor was like, so you make beats? And I was like, no, or like it was complicated. Yeah, but there were also some really good professors too that like you would go to the ends of earth for. Like I had this one professor. She's probably like traveling with her siblings because she retired because her siblings wanted to travel the world before, you know, they were no longer here. And oh yeah, good night, JJ. Or like she had the best stories to tell. Yeah, I will. I'll get some rest and I'll see you around. And I don't know, like she would have the best conversations, and then she would have like the random stories. She told us the story about like how she was around when the Berlin Wall was like getting taken down, and that was cool. I think she studied music at the time, like over there in like Germany. But like her whole being is like zen and kooky, and that is so nice. Cause you felt like very at ease with her. Now, how later in the day are we talking about? I think classical music itself is very zany. Like, the very early parts, I can't get down with. I'm not down with the choral music. Choral music is just not for me. I've tried. It doesn't work. knows what chat's up to? Maybe they're all existing in peace. Maybe some people are dealing with fire and some are dealing with cars. I don't know if Puma's still looking at cars. Puma, are you still looking at estate cars? Well, estate station wagons, I think. Puma, why are you still crying? Hey, if I could do as much research as you could, I'd be successful in writing my papers in like a healthy amount of time. But no, I'll just procrastinate and shove it into like last second. But for the adrenaline rush of I had to finish this in order to get a good grade. Sleeping in. Can't relate for tomorrow. I would love to sleep in, but I don't think my schedule for this week would allow me to sleep in if I were to get allergy shots and have to wake up early for it. No. Those aren't like those aren't dense. Those aren't bad. Those are just battle scars, you know? It's like, or cosmetic, not cosmetic bruising. Uh Adventure cosmetics, you know? That's what they are. That's how you sell it. Gotta practice if I ever get into sales. My my spin around not spin around positivity. I'm trying to sell it to you. Although it doesn't seem like I'm able to. Have you like gone off-roading with it, or what do you do with that car? What example? Oh. Oh. Are potholes fun, or are they actually as bad as they say they are? I'm trying to see if I can like think of any. Oh, I have seen potholes in my life. They look interesting. Like they look like they could be a fun art project, but you know they can't be because people will drive over it. Me trying to say it because you know, I don't drive. How would I know? Hmm. Alright, I guess this book is officially done. Wasn't part of any of my goals for reading, but this was a book that was supposed to help me. I guess I can stop overthinking. Where is my pen? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? Thank you, thank you. It is good and done and finished. I did say I was gonna do song lyrics, but I don't think I'll have enough time. So I kind of want to think about, what do I doodle? Any suggestions of what I should doodle today? And see if I can doodle it. Oh. What do you get when you mix an octopus and dominoes? For some reason, I got a daughter, and I was thinking octopus, and I was like, octopus? No, no. We'll think about it. All right. Wait, is this my pen? Oh, this is my pen. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna sketch it out for once. Usually, I sketch out my drawings, but we're gonna doodle this quickly. Wait, this should be my doodle book, not on a sticky note. As much as I would love to have it on a sticky note. Where's my doodle book? There it is. That way. I mean, Puma has a one that he really liked one time. Puma, do you still have the photo of that one? Oh, I got bored one time and drew a good sphere. Do you remember what it was last time? If not, it's okay. He's probably crying because you forgot him, Puma. It's fine. No, that attempt of the plane, we don't talk about it. Okay, we draw. Okay, we got this. We can do this. You forgot Bert, Puma. Bert was the box that's crying with a mushroom head. I have too many goals for this year, but I feel like if I broke them down small enough, I could be able to do them just fine. Maybe I should have taken time to actually look at a photo of an otter, because I can picture it, but I can't picture it, you know? What is it, Boomer? Oh, keys. Oh no. Oh no, I have messed. Oh no. I think I've done goofed. It's fine. He's become something he shouldn't have. I tried drawing an otter, you know what? It's become a middle-aged otter. I've done a goofed. Alright. Thanks for joining, One Gun, as usual. You know what? He deserves this. We'll give him this, and hopefully it gets better. If it gets worse, I'm so sorry. I think it's getting worse, guys. He's not doing so hot. It's okay. Oh no, it's gotten worse, guys. Okay, we're gonna give him. He's a Jerry. This is a Jerry with a G, not a J. This is Jerry, guys. I'm sorry for my transgressions. This is Jerry right here. Everything's so wrong. Also, that's Bert. Bert's right here. Bert is awesome. Jerry, though, he's having a time. Alright, let me finish the octopus before we probably call it for tonight. I don't know how I should design the octopus, though. Oh, for once, I'm gonna pull up a photo. Oh. Those otters are disturbing. 8 legs, like spooter legs? Ah, oh gosh, my hands. Okay, we're gonna start off with this. I'm just like so intently quiet and focused. Like, let's get this. Hmm. Okay, I liked where this is going. I'm changing it just a wee bit. All right. So I based this off of Actually, wait. Almost done. Almost done. Doot, doot. There we go. So I based this off of not. It's like, okay, so you know how there's octopus, right? Long with like giant tentacles, but there's also like smaller excuse me, hiccups. There's smaller octopuses with kind of like they're cute looking, and well, it ended up more of I wanted to make it not as cute, and then it became like this weird concept of potted octopus, but not potted octopus. Anyways, Fred? Oh, Fred? Wait, who? Wait, who's Fred? I'm confused. Who's Fred? Do I have a Fred? But... Oh. No. I haven't heard. Whoops. But, actually I named this the octopus Lilia. Or Lilia. What's this Lilia? Kinda looks more... Kind of like damaged toy, but also like little planted. Yeah, Lily has been like just chilling in the pot. Well, you guys will probably never see this because I won't do a D&D campaign or try it for in a while, but I did a Sailor Piplup, or at least I ripped off somebody else's like a little bit a mixture. So we got Sailor Piplup. Not perfect, but Sailor Piplup. Its name is Plup. What else did I do? Some weird stuff. But yeah. I can draw cute things. I just can't seem to draw realistic things. Or I can do geometrics. Anywho, I've done most of what I needed to do tonight, and it is getting a little late to, I guess, continue streaming. So, you know what that means. Yeah, maybe it might be overrated. But it's nice to have realism. Thank you for everybody who came tonight to come hang out, chat, support, chill, all that specific jazz that I can't seem to think about every name for. And I really appreciate it. If you see this on YouTube because, you want to watch stuff on YouTube, feel free to, continue watching. But I mean, if you're at this point, you've already finished watching. And, just casual support. You want to comment? I'll respond in 5 to 6 business days because life is slow. And I mean, if you don't want to see this on YouTube, you want to see this live, come to Twitch, come exist, come and see what I end up doing and what challenges I might face. But yeah, have a good night, everybody. This is DjDoubleT out for the night. And wait, I forgot. There's one more thing. I can't say good night just yet. Come by tomorrow. Feel free. I'll be streaming tomorrow and Thursday and Friday. But yeah, other than that, DjDoubleT out and deuces.